Welcome to another episode of Conscious Awakening. Today we have the beautiful, amazing, talented Francis Zapanta, aka Weirdo, who has been a very inspirational person in my life in terms of music, just beat making, and just overall being a dope soul. Because we've known each other for probably like at least 7 years now. 8 years. 8 years, because when Rabbit Hole first started. Yeah, so, yeah, like I said, dope beat maker. You've been beat making for 16 years now, with collectives and labels like The Rabbit Hole, Paxico, Fuzzoscope, Bass Cannibals, and like so much more. And so, also, I know you said you really wanted to share that you're Filipino, so you know, same Filipino pride out here.
Yeah,
You also went to school of social work, social work though, and you're really focused on your mental health, which I love, and that's why, you know, we're here today, just like bridging the gap between music and mental health, because I feel like that's something that's not really talked about much in this industry. So I'm really grateful for you being down to record and just to share your story, because I've heard your story and it's always touched me. So thank you for being open.
yeah, for sure. Thank you for being here. Like, I really appreciate your time and this opportunity. So, yeah, it's an honor.
Yeah, and if you're watching on YouTube, we are at his studio right now, at his home. So yeah, it's so dope to see, you know, your SP, your me learning all my stuff, but like all your equipment that you use to make beats.
Yeah. This is the spaceship.
The spaceship.
The motherboard. So.
Yeah. So how did you get into beat making? I don't think I've ever asked your story.
His thing, I was like about 16. I was recovering from like one of my first episodes, and my sister's boyfriend at the time, who introduced me to hip hop. During Christmas, he gave me like a batch of CDs, and one of the CDs was Can Kick's Acid Massive Musical. And like, I couldn't stop listening to that. I was just playing it, and my parents were like, "You're listening to this again?" And I was like, put it in the CD player, in the DVD player actually. And I like blast it on the TV, and like I would just listen to it, and like that really like inspired me to make music. And then it became a goal to like eventually make music and like continue to do art, like painting and like graffiti. I like just like doodling stuff. But I think it was 2007, me and my cousin Johnny, who actually did the art for this album.
Hey, Formless?
Yeah, so shout out Johnny, aka High Tech Low Life.
Hey.
Yeah, he had Reason, so it was like a dog he had on his Apple, and he showed me like the ropes with it, like just the basics, and like I was like, oh shit, this is pretty tight. Like I always want to make beats. So my significant other I was with at the time, she like ripped like Reason for me, and I started messing around. And then in 2010, my homie came through and he taught me how to sample on Reason. So before all that, I was just making like no sampled like beats. And just it didn't really make sense. I was just, you know, having fun.
Yeah.
So it was like on and off, and then once I started sampling, I eventually got the MPD 32, and you know started like pressing pads. And then in 2012, I finally got my SP, and then. Yeah, so like SP's always been a dream toy to have. You know, with people like DBRC, my homie Betty, like he went by Osiris One at the time. Even like 303 users, like, you know, Madlit, like but a bunch of cats who use it. Like I always thought it was super dope. So I kind of transferred from like using the DAW to using both, and then went straight like analog. So I feel like the workflow is really dope, and yeah, like if I really need to like make something, like I could just turn it on and just like, just work on ideas or just get to work. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, but now I still do it now, and I try to think of like, working, regular odd jobs and stuff to support my passion. And my friend kind of brought it in a way like, oh, we're kind of using like corporate America or like to help fund what we really want to do to create art. So I think it's really like how you look at things.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so like if I don't make a song or create anything or like draw something, I would feel imbalanced. Like so I try to water my plants within myself and like try to feed my soul. So it's just as important as it is for me as for other people, you know what I mean? So it's like more music as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love how you were talking about having fun, and like I like how you call it a toy. Like if you don't know what an SP is, which model is this again? SP.
This is the 404A.
404A.
This one over here is actually my first one, which is the SI.
SP 404SX. These things are like so portable.
And then there was you just put it in a backpack and then you just turn it on.
And it's crazy because you make such dope beats out of just this one. Well, I mean, like it's one of the tools that you use, but majority of your beats are made.
Yeah.
SP, right?
This is what connects it all. So I use it for everything. I use it for live shows. I sample off of it. You can sometimes I'll record like almost like Foley sounds and just I'll plug in a mic to it or just use the built-in mic they have and just record like random sounds.
Yeah, I mean we might do that after this. Yeah, and so earlier when you were talking about having one of your episodes, like what was an episode like for you during that time when you start getting it? If you're okay to share that.
Yeah, for sure. So my first episode happened in Oxnard, California, which is where I grew up,
and by episode you mean mental health?
Yeah, like
episode.
Bipolar, like mania. So like I had a manic episode. So I won't go into too much detail, but I'll describe like my symptoms, like how I am. So I have like millions of thoughts at once. I would have delusions, paranoia. I would think that I'm constantly being watched. I almost thought that I was like a prophet, like I had like a certain purpose, like not to mean that like no one does, but like
but this is just you.
You're right,
like, your
like,
experience.
Yeah, like I thought I was like some type of like god or something, and like I wouldn't sleep at certain points. I wouldn't sleep for even almost a month, and I would hallucinate too. Thoughts of grandiosity, like just really, really out there. Like it's crazy because I could see it happening like through my eyes, but I wouldn't be like conscious of it. Like I can't control it. So like whatever like behavior like I am active in, like it's like I'm not aware, so it's almost like something. Yeah, it's something definitely out there, and I did learn a lot from it. So I had episodes every like 2 or 3 years. So I was in and out of the mental hospital for like every few years. Sometimes it would come more than more than that. At one point I was in there hospitalized for like 6 months straight.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and that was my last one. Yeah.
Oh, your last one, like your most recent one.
That was like 2017. And for like, and the people like following me online, I'm sure some of them have seen like like I've put some stuff online like just everything like like erratic behavior, like like I would go on Facebook Live and like try to decide every word. Like I did that pretty like not messed up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's yeah. A lot of times I get in trouble with the law. So yeah, ironically, it's just like being loud, like being too noticeable in public. But yeah, so
sounds like a lot.
yeah,
I know
lot.
the like. I mean, seeing your journey, definitely one of the most humble people I know. Like, with the reason you're very open and very, warm and loving, and just like, I don't think I've actually heard that story from you. So thank you for sharing, because I personally don't know the experience and like what you've experienced through that episode, and so I'm sure some people can relate to that. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So I know you mentioned like you not being aware, and I forgot to mention that your name Weirdo, your artist name Weirdo, actually stands for something much deeper than just weirdo. Yeah. What does it stand for
So
again?
weirdo. At first, it was a play on my mental illness. So it was that, and then it's an acronym for we exist in relative dimensions despite our own height. Yeah. So it pretty much means whatever like parallel we live in collectively, almost like in terms of Sonder, we're all connected.
Yes.
Like as one, all at the same time. Like,
Yeah, when you told me that, because I think it wasn't until last year when we were hanging out. We think we were skating or something.
Yeah.
Or at least I was trying to. You told me that, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know it's that deep. Like, and then I think that was when I was like, yo, you want to be on my podcast? And here we are, 1 year later. It's happening.
Damn, this is a year already?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And yeah, I resonate with that so much. Like, we're all connected. We're all one. We're all attracting the people who we're just really connected with. I mean, we're all connected, but it's like, in terms of us as humans, the people who we attract is just like that reminder for us to help us know we're not alone. Also, too, like earlier when you were saying all your symptoms, and like people are definitely going to relate and just recognize like, oh, you experience that too. I guess I'm not alone. So that's why I commend you for like being open with your mental health and what you've personally gone through, because that's your truth. And like, we're all about authenticity and just being raw, and yeah. So
Thank you.
how did you come up with your name, actually?
I can't really remember. It's I went by another name when I first started making music.
Oh, really?
It was too cheesy to share.
You don't have to share. It's okay.
Yeah. So at first when I wrote it down, it was two separate words. So it was weird space dough.
Yeah.
And then a period.
Yeah.
And this was all MySpace music.
Hey,
so
MySpace.
Yeah. So,
Shout out to MySpace.
Yeah, shout out MySpace. So that's where yeah. And then I think because SoundCloud had I don't know if you could use spaces on SoundCloud. So when I finally got a SoundCloud, I just put it together and got rid of the period. So
I get you.
it was So it's not really too premeditated or anything. Kind of shit.
But so when it was two separate words, was that also that acronym?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Did you add the acronym
yeah.
afterward? Oh, that's when it evolved into the acronym, so it had a deeper meaning.
Yeah, it kind of fell into place. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. So I know you said you had your most recent episode in 2017. What are some things that you've been doing so that you can stay balanced? Because I know you mentioned about being imbalanced if you don't create, and just take care of yourself. So what are some things you do?
I mean, just being institutionalized. So I wasn't really off medication since I was 16, so I've been on medication. At one point they put me on 12 different types in one day. So.
Dang, on one day?
So
oh, wow.
I was just loaded all the time.
Yeah.
And then now I take a monthly injection, and I'm on the lowest dose, so it's been stabilizing me. There's still side effects, it's still kind of foggy. It's hard for me to express myself sometimes, weight gain, diabetes, all like the normal side effects. You know what I mean? But medication, and then I do have my partner with me, who was in the other room, so she's like my biggest supporter.
I love that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adrian.
Yeah, shout out Adrian Luna, love her. But she always like from time to time, if I'm not feeling okay, or if she senses that I'm not like into it myself, she'll be like, babe, how's your pain? Like, are you okay? And then she'll like totally support me, and when I don't believe in myself, she does. Like, biggest supporter. Another thing is reading. Yeah. So,
reading. Oh yeah. We've been switching books.
Yeah. So thank you for like sharing those books with me.
That we had her over there. Yeah, and I think I let you borrow 4 agreements.
Yeah, 4 agreements. Yeah, still trying to finish that one.
That's not it. It's not good.
But yeah, reading, just like studying things. I've always been into like occult knowledge and stuff. So just like reading about like outer space and like the terrestrials and spiritualism and stuff.
Yeah.
And things that are related to self.
Yeah.
And just being grounded and present. So unlearning things and letting go of a lot of things.
Yes, unlearning for sure.
This whole trauma. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like everything being passed out to you from like your ancestors, and like even like when you're in the womb, like everything your mouth consumes, and like what you're eating.
Yeah, because you're part of your mom.
Right.
Yep.
And like whatever they're eating, and what over the counter medications or prescription medications they're taking. So that all passed down to you, but it's like I actually lost my tangent.
I wanted to say, because you did mention earlier that you noticed yourself having difficulty expressing yourself, and I just wanted to, take this moment to celebrate you, because you're eloquently flowing right now. So
thank you. It's been a long time.
It's like your first official podcast too, so I know how that how uncomfortable that can be sometimes. So that's why I just wanted to take a moment to pause.
Oh, thank you.
And also give Clementine some
she's
work time.
She's singing right now.
She's
So
singing.
that's our baby.
Yeah.
But thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wanted to also showcase your vinyl that you just released.
Oh yeah.
In 2022 called Formless. I just kind of want to learn about the story about that, because I was so excited for you. Seeing that journey. Yeah. So how did Formless start?
So I think when I had COVID in, I think it was 2021 or 2021, like in the crack in the middle of COVID, like I had it for the first time, and I was quarantining in the next room. So I'm lucky I still had SB, so I would just work on music, and Adrian would show up in gloves and a mask and sanitize herself and leave food next to the door.
So sweet.
It was it was being locked up in there and stuff. So I think during that time I made one beat, and I was like, damn, this sounds different, from my usual stuff, and I feel like I could stick to this type of vibe and work on something. So I think all the beats that are on the record were finished within a span of 6 or 7 months. And I was really taking my time with it. And before that, a couple months before that, there's just this SoundCloud artist that I was always friends with. He went by Text, so TEKST. He goes by Max Van Duzer. He stays in Japan now. We've been friends since 2010, 2011. It turns out he's creative director for Crates. So one day he like hit me up. He was like, "Yo, let's do a vinyl release with you." I was like, "Okay, I'm down." And then when I had COVID, I was like, "Yeah, this kind of works out." So I finished it up, sent it to him, and they really fucked with it. So let's do it. So crowdfunded it. Almost met my goal around the end, and it was around the end of the month. So people would pledge. I put it out there. I shared it. If I sold 100 copies, then they would press the wax. So made it like a little more than like 3/4 of the way, and then my mom hit me up, and she was like, "How's the record doing?"
I will buy it.
So I was like, "It's good, yeah." And she was like, "Let's help with weathers." I'm like, "What?" My mom like, I'm gonna cop the rest, and I sat in this room right here, and I started bawling, man. Like
I could feel it. I felt like I was about to cry.
Yeah, so like I started crying. I mean, just being like, ever since I started making music, like, it's just been like, like life's been life, and you know what I mean. So it's really a struggle to kind of finally, pursue dreams that I'm doing now, and it's cool to like look back at this little accolade with, oh wow,
yeah.
I have something on wax, which is like a pretty big accomplishment for me. I mean, even being in a producer scene, or like, us like sampling vinyl, like, it's pretty huge for us, just to see it in like stores, and the whole experience and the process of digging, and we're all sampling it, listening to records, and like just the aesthetic of it, how it sounds, the warmness, how long creating dirty it is, like filthy, like it's different. It's almost like when you're listening to a record, it's like you feel the presence of the room when they were recording, and the type of energy that you really feel it.
Oh yeah.
So it's like with my music, it's like I try to pour my whole heart into my music. So
I can feel it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. How was it finally listening to it on vinyl for the first time?
Oh man, I was surprised, because I was like, damn, it's hella clean. Like,
No, really?
Yeah, it was super clean. Yeah, so it was perfect. It's perfect. It's almost surreal just like saying it and hearing it.
Man. So that was one of your dreams, is to press a vinyl with your own music?
Yeah, like a solo one. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And I love the art.
Well, oh yeah, shout out Johnny. He's an amazing muralist, artist, painter. Like, he's a genius to that. That's actually like my blood cousin.
Oh, your blood cousin?
Yeah, like my dad's sister's son. So like my cousin.
Gotcha.
Cousin, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love how you've had all this support throughout your journey, because it seems like you've gone through a lot, mentally and emotionally, and just going through those waves, and really having those people like Adrian and your mom and everyone else who was backing it in the first place. And so it just makes me happy to hear that you were able to make your dream come to life.
Yeah.
It just makes me so happy.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
We've come such a long way, because it's been 8 years, and I remember seeing your set live for the first time ever, and I was like, oh, this person is dope. Like, I definitely I need to get to know this person more. And when I learned more about your mental health journey, it was just, like I said in the beginning, very inspiring to me, because not many people talk about it and are open about it. So I appreciate you for doing the work, taking that time to grow, to read, and just like learn more about yourself, so that you can become better, and just create and continue creating and pouring your heart into your music. So
Thank you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
yeah, with your music and just like Formless in general, like what influenced, I mean, I know you expressed the whole COVID thing, but is there anything in particular through that 6 to 7 months journey that kept inspiring it or
Yeah, I
influencing
think
it?
it was this the books I was reading. And
What
just,
books
like,
are you reading?
I think with Formless, at the time I was reading A New Earth, and then
I heard that during COVID too.
yeah.
I was like, this is what's happening right now.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's trippy how it plays out like that. That, and then what's the other one I had? Oh yeah, Untethered Soul. And, like,
Oh, I keep hearing
Yeah.
great things about that.
Yeah.
It's on. I'm gonna read it today.
yeah, that was really good. And then the one I let you borrow,
Dissolving the ego
and realizing the self.
and
right?
realizing the
Yeah.
self. Yeah.
So that one, yeah, like Formless. Almost how would I put this into words? Like sometimes, like I have a thought and it's hard to like put into words, but like Formless. So I think we only see like 0.003% of what actually is, right? Because of our rods and cones, and Formless is kind of relating to how we think, like, everything is linear
Yeah.
when it's not, when it's actually non-linear.
Yeah.
And like when we are present within ourselves, and when we're in tune with ourselves, we can dissolve that veil of what we see and almost like be in tune with what is, which is, right, reality is not really this.
Hence my
nothing is real. Yeah, so
Shout out to
like,
Spectrum.
yeah, shout out Spectrum, like Leland's matter, whatever. Like, it's more than this, it's actually formless. So
More than just the physical.
yeah, more than just the physical. So like, I like to think of it as like, if we zoom in, like there is a time to down to the atom, and we relate that, we correspond that to the scale of what we are. We're actually pretty big, right? But if we go down there, and you know how like those YouTube videos where like
Oh yeah, it
they
zooms
zoom
out.
into
Yeah.
space, if
Yep.
we go all the way out to infinitely, like we can't even fathom
Yeah.
what
Like comprehensible.
right, like what what really is, or like what the source is, or what it's a God is, or our it's just like something so vast, and it trips me out that I try to think of this too, like, why am I sweating the small stuff when we're so like we're just like nothing and everything at the same time,
Yeah.
because the universe isn't us, and you are the universe as well.
Yep, because we're all connected.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just like within that realm of ideas, and like more than physical. So,
Yeah. I love the title of your.
yeah.
Is it album, record? Like,
Yeah.
what is the correct terminology?
I just like to say record.
You just like to- yeah.
Some people say vinyl or like album. LP, yeah.
LP. Oh yeah,
There's
yeah.
no wrong
What
with
is the difference? Like LP versus EP versus
EP.
album.
So EP, like I think if I'm correct, like EP is like shorter, like probably like within like 1 to 6 or 7 tracks. And LP is like long set for long play, so like probably at least like 10 to 12 tracks. So like full length album type thing.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah, because how many tracks are on here? Because there's 2 sides, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually forgot. I think it's like 22
Woo.
to 24.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But
so-
they're much shorter, right? I mean, B music is usually more like 1 to 2 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over time, might be to get shorter, but this whole thing is like 40 minutes, around 40 minutes.
Both sides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
said 20 minutes unleashed earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, thank you.
Wanted to check the time.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, cool. We got some time still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
For sure.
Is there anything that's coming up for you that you want to share? Just like that you feel like diving deeper into? Things of mental health or music or actually, so you went to school for social work.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Let's dive into that.
Yeah, social work.
You're saying you said you are in the process of becoming a behavioral tech, or is that something?
Yes. So I got an interview actually yesterday. So with Center for Autism and Research Development out in Las Vegas. To become. Let me put this closer to you so we can share. But yeah. So being a behavioral tech, I was inspired being a patient in the system, institutionalized. It's only 6 2 weeks. So the techs in there were really the ones who helped me learn more about myself, more than sometimes, not all the time, but some of the therapists and the doctors and stuff. So the techs really inspired me, and it was funny because when I was in there, I would pretend I was a tech. So
It's like you were already embodied.
Yeah. They're like, Francis, man, you look like a tech dude. So I'll walk around and make sure I'm watching, and they would always ask to come eat with them during lunch, and I'd kick it with them. But yeah, they really inspired me. So I was I remember I was having a depressive spell, so I was I want to work here. And yeah, so it was always a dream to be a tech, Originally social work, I wanted to. I feel I get the most fulfillment out of serving other people, and I also I feel that's one of my purposes of music as well. But I'm just here, to serve other people. So it's I really value altruism. So giving back, it means a lot to me. I feel that's the best feeling, inspiring and helping people get through things when it's it's tough for them. So I wanted to get into social work, a mental health professional, or being a social worker related to mental health. So I thought if I went through it and I could help someone else that's going through it as well, maybe my story can be a testimonial for them to see and inspire them to get better. So that's why I really into social work.
I love that. I love how you said that you felt like you were already working there and you already were that behavioral tech, because I do a lot of manifestation work and identity work, and it's all about embodying that and already seeing yourself as that. So it's beautiful to hear that they inspired you, the techs that were helping you inspired you, and just help yourself or help you realize that you want to help and help serve and then give back, because these people gave their time to you and just completing that circle. So were you in multiple mental health schools, or is it was just one?
Multiple.
Okay.
All the main ones in Vegas. So
I personally have an experience at the time. I'm so curious of I know other people who have shared their stories of being in the mental hospital as well, and so actually, how is it how is the process if that's something you can share?
No, it's all good. I like to you said this way. It's I was oh, this is mental hospital. I would say oh, it's I'm in a hotel, but
what hotel?
Everybody be walling out and shit. So I feel how would I say this? How is it there? It's almost like you're locked up, so you're stripped away from what you can do with your privileges. So you can't have a phone.
Oh.
You can't wear certain clothing. Like you can't have like bands on your pants, like belts, nothing. So anything sharp, because it's a risk for yourself and other people. You're constantly being watched. You can't. You're pretty much stripped away from your freedom. And it's like you're in a program where they want to program you. You know, so you can, you know, get better. But this is a little side note, but that's how I picked up smoking cigarettes. So when I turned 18 and I was in the mental hospital, there'd be like smoke break. So that was like our only freedom. We could go outside, and it was something that we could, you know, partake in.
Yeah, they gave you that permission to do that, and so then you fell into it.
Right. So it was like a privilege. So even when I was out of the hospital, I felt like, because they would designate how many you would get within an hour. So I'm like, damn, now I have infinite smoke breaks. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Yeah. So like that's.
So they provide you the cigarette.
They're called units. Yeah, they call them units.
So interesting.
Yeah. So I'm actually in the process of quitting. I quit cigarettes, so I can just, you know, nicotine vape, and I got on Chantix. So I think I have like 1 or 2 days before I quit dating, something like that. So yeah, it's tough because I have such an attachment to it.
Right.
Yeah. It was back to the mental hospital. It was up and downhill. I would get into fights, like I would fight like the techs there. I would be tackled by like 10 dudes. I punched in the face. I would go AWOL a lot, so I actually like fled and like
actually leave the building.
Like break through. I would break through doors.
And then
if I wasn't like going through that side of it, like I felt like I was an entertainer, so I'd be freestyling for like 30 minutes straight, just being funny. Like it was definitely an experience there. So
yeah.
It did help me. Before I used to like think about the hospital. I'd be like, it would almost like haunt me. Like, even though I was okay, I kind of felt like, oh, I don't need to go back just to have that type of, you know, connection to like, you know, the text or the people there.
Yeah.
But then I was like, there's really no reason to go back because I'm here and like, you know, I have all this freedom here. So yeah, so even when I was in the mental hospital, I had music on my mind so much. I actually drew an SP with a I snuck a marker and like a permanent marker out of the art room, and I drew like from my memory like a SP on the table, and like I would like pretend like I drew it on.
Like you would still like imagine yourself doing it, playing music, making beats.
It was. Yeah, so it was kind of a wild ride there.
When you were in a mental hospital, do you feel like that helped you cherish having your SP more?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't have it.
Yeah. So like when I went home, like when I finally got home, like I think I saw it and I listened to like a song or like on like SoundCloud, and like I was so happy. Like I had tears of joy because I could, you know, work on music or, you know, listen, not only mine, but like, you know, music in general.
Yeah, music in general.
Yeah, or listen to what I wanted to. Because we could only listen to radio. They give you these battery-powered radio. And we were so privileged to have this because other hospitals did it, but they have these headphones with batteries in them, and they just put headphones on, and you could tune like
Oh wow.
what radio station.
Yeah, so each mental hospital is different, like their rules and what they can give you, and so or not.
Yeah. So. Yeah, it was.
Was that your favorite one? The one that you got the radio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like my favorite staff was there too.
Yeah, favorite staff. Yeah, all the behavioral techs and all that too. Yeah. Wow. We're almost coming to the 45-minute mark.
Okay, we're.
Yeah.
I think we got the Sure.
Yeah. Do you want to play one of your tracks? I didn't prepare it, but sorry, I was like.
That's all good. Yeah, let me bring this on real quick. I don't know. Maybe I'll play a remix.
Yeah. Just so people can get a taste of the music if they haven't gotten it yet. I'm hoping that
you
mic will pick up. Oh,
turn on. Yeah.
It's
I don't know if we get. It's in. Yeah. There's a switch on the back, like right here, and you just turn it up. There you go.
Hey.
Cool.
It's legit now. The studio speakers are on.
Let me see. I'll play J Electronic Exhibit A remix. So.
I spit that one rhyme machine. Where is the bubble of burn fire? Get that to me, police. Get coverage and wrong. And turn around and get so pain and demolish. Fresh draft. Only train, tight, million. 5 days of rain. Running with us, same. They can find a trace where the lepers and the lanes at. Life is like the dice game. To land you in jail, a party kick, more kisses in the rice ring. Nice last chain, cause it skulls. This dance is like slave, confidence. And watch so much all the time of a break. They can die now, they can get high and watch the parade. Back in the early 90s, when they get away again, dirty again. Yeah, it's a popular phrase. Bird animals and raw people's a popular praise. Let's do 54 laws of honesty and slave. Ways like that, and Gabriel's real long goodness. Breeze, Marsh, I'll set the breeze. There's rays, and breeze. And change.
Hey. Do. And do the facts of facts.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Is it unreleased?
Yeah, it's unreleased.
Hey, you got an unreleased weirdo track right here. I hope I don't get flagged because. So, okay, I've always wondered when you use samples, sometimes you need clearance or no?
I think if it like pops off, you probably do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think nowadays there's actually like they have a group of people. If like let's say they would actually perform the sample, like and make it sound exactly like the sample, and then I think sometimes they would chop that up.
Yeah.
So they would have like a live band, like playlist.
Yeah.
So
kind of just like remake it.
Yeah, which is super amazing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. I think that's what made me intimidated to like produce music myself because I'm shifting into that. Just like just overthinking it.
Yeah, and I feel like no, I was reading a tweet. Shout out John Wayne to say like people, if they're creating art, they shouldn't even be worried about that. Yeah, like they should create what they want.
Yeah. So. And I read something recently like all creations are just like from something else too.
Right.
Yeah. So nothing's like.
Yeah. No ideas original.
Yeah. No ideas original. Like you said, like with Formless, you got inspired by your books that you were reading. So. Yeah. I mean, we're all inspiring each other, and that's what's beautiful. Yeah. And just like.
For sure.
Just like. Hearing more of your story. I mean, every time we get together and learn more about you and your story and just like learning about your journey inspires me more every time. So
thank you.
I appreciate you sharing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Where can we find your music? Where can we find you?
If I think the easiest way to do it is just going on Google and just searching WEIRDDOUGH, and you can just see like my Bandcamp. I am not active on SoundCloud no more because I reached my limit, and then yeah, so I can't even upload on there. But you can still listen to music on SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/weirdo, and then
Can people buy Formless still, or was that a limited
sold
edition?
out. Yeah,
That's sold out.
limited
Yeah.
edition.
Hey.
I have the last copies, so anyone that's interested in buying,
Yeah, hit them up.
yeah, hit me up. You can hit me up on Instagram, a weirdo, and WEIRDDOUGH. Yeah, the main is Bandcamp, and like oh yeah, I'm really active on Instagram now, so I post like random beat videos on Instagram if you want to hear like more new stuff. Yeah. And then I'll be dropping some stuff. So
Nice.
I have a split tape with my homie Scoop Kid from Richmond, Virginia, and that's pretty much done. So we're just in the process of dubbing the tapes. So that's gonna be on cassette.
Oh,
That's
cool.
coming out. Yeah, so that's coming out soon. I'm excited for that.
It's a lost art, I feel like. Cassette tapes.
Yeah, and then if I get around to it, I'm actually working on a rap album right now. So
Hey.
I'm gonna try to finish that and see if try to rap, because I've been rapping since I was like 14. So
Yeah. Time to bring it out to the world.
yeah. Now I can finally rap over my own stuff. So I have to pay for beats.
Yeah. You produce.
Yeah. So yeah. So maybe I'll drop that. We'll see when, but yeah, just trying to work on stuff when I can. I try to at least work on something every night, just to keep me grounded. So
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, second to last question. How can we best support you right now?
Can you support me? Like, just listen, man. I mean, you can listen to whatever. If you resonate with it, that's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Feel free to like message me. I mean, if you're going through something too, like anyone out there, like I'm open to talking to anyone. So I don't really like close myself off to people. Like I really care about the listeners and the fans and stuff and my supporters. So yeah, don't be shy to hit me up. I mean, even just to say hi or ask me any questions. Like I'm open to talking to you guys. So.
And you're also on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify as well. Yeah.
Apple Music too?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm a Spotify person, so I
Yeah.
listen to your music on Spotify.
Thank you.
Flowers is still my favorite.
Thank you.
Is that elevator music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
my favorite track.
Thank you
That's
so
my
much.
recommendation for anyone who needs a first track from Weirdo. Flowers with a Z.
You already know. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
If you had one last message to just close out and share with anyone listening here, what would you like to share?
I don't know. Golden rule: treat others as yourself. Don't be afraid to pursue what you want to pursue. Like you can always be yourself unapologetically. Your true self, and not minding what anyone else thinks. Just as long as in your gut and your intuition, that it's true within yourself, then follow your heart. So yeah, I love you guys. Like, thank you for listening. Like, if you actually took the time to listen to my music, or even like say hi to me, or come into contact with me with, or like everyone like that I met in person, like that like showed me support, or like even online, like thank you so much. Like, it means the world to me, for real. So yeah, I love you guys.
Yeah, and also I know you have a few shows coming up, so if you want to see Weirdo live, definitely connect with them online.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah,
Let's see what's coming up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I have a few shows coming up. So if you want to know, let's either send me out.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for giving your time, your energy, your stories, and just that was a beautiful message that definitely I needed to hear too. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. It's an honor. Yeah, thank you for doing this and like having this platform, and then like your story inspires me so much too. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. I got nothing but love for you, bro.
Same, I got nothing but love for you too. Every time we give give each other the biggest hugs. It's so beautiful to watch you grow, and I'm grateful to be in your life, and I'm grateful to be a part of your journey and just seeing what you create next. Thank you for creating and putting your heart and soul into this and being open and vulnerable, and I am very grateful for you just for so many things.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. You've seen me have episodes, like you've seen me at my worst of times. So thank you for like sticking around and being real. You know, like no judgment, still have enough for me. So I really appreciate it.
It's all love.
Yeah, it's all.
Oh yeah, we got it now.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I appreciate each and every one of you who are listening. And until next time, bye, loves.
Bye, love.